Ladies and gentlemen, American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Well, today is one of the most amazing, awful, tragic days in American history. It is the anniversary of the assassination of John F. Kennedy on the 22nd of November, 1963. And it was one of the worst days in our country's history. Even worse because we now know so much behind what actually happened. Pam Bondi. Matt Gaetz took himself out of the running yesterday for the Attorney General's position, and Pam Bondi was appointed like 6 hours later by President Trump. I've met Pam Bondi a couple times. She was the event when I paid a bunch of money to go down and have dinner with Trump. She was the chairwoman of that event. Got to speak with her for a while there. Got to see her again at the Kentucky Derby a couple years ago. She's smart. She's bright. She is a Trump loyalist. Thank God. Pam Bondi will not be a Jeff Sessions. She'll do a great job. I'm excited that she's going to have that position. Jaguar doesn't learn anything from Bud Light. They roll out a commercials showing transgender, gay, all the weird stuff. And for what reason? Who knows? Koberger, the judge says he can face the death penalty. He needs to die. Jose Barre needed to die. Daniel Penny, the expert, testified yesterday that the gentleman did not die from Penny's chokehold. When I see how long this trial's gone on, and this guy's been prosecuted, it's messed up and sick. Mitch McConnell will not be the Senate chair, but he will be the chair of two powerful committees, including the Rules Committee. He'll be up to no good. Russia and Ukraine. Well, Russia sent an intercontinental ballistic medium-range missile, no nuclear warhead on it, to Ukraine to send a signal, hey, this is getting serious. I mean, folks, this is nuts. I mean, we have no one that knows what they're doing at the helm of this country right now. And this is what we're getting. Jasmine Crockett, a black congresswoman, went nutso on white people. I mean, you know what's amazing is despite the election results, they're doubling down, which I expect. CNN, MSNBC, yep, steady as you are. Let's take it all the way down to the toilet. The woke folk, I mean, they are never, remember what Kamala Harris told them? We're going to keep fighting. You keep doing that and keep losing. Dan Bongino, who used to be a Fox News analyst, has his own thing, is apparently being considered for Secret Service. He'd be great. Christopher Wray, the FBI director, and Mayorkas, both didn't show up at a Senate hearing. Why? Well, they know that they're out of here soon anyway. And Jussie Smollett's conviction was overturned on a technicality. They said that he had to accept his original plea deal. So there's that. Do not be a perfidious, fly-bitten giglet. Be a bulldog, an oracle. Coming up next, local news. All right, here we go with local news. Joshua Alteef Jr., that 6 or 7-year-old boy, was found deceased in a pond near his home. Very sad. Moeller and X. I put this in local news instead of sports because this is big-time high school Cincinnati. Apparently the game is sold out, but this will be a hell of a game. Children's trans work. They're under attack by Cincinnati Children's by a national conservative group. They're denying they're doing surgeries there. I've confirmed if they're not doing surgeries, which may or may not be, we know they're doing everything else but surgeries, which is bad enough. Allegiant added 2 new flights out of CVG, 1 to Portland, Oregon, 1 to Gulf Shores. Love Gulf Shores. And a funeral home in Cincinnati is going to turn into a club. That's weird. I don't think I'd want to go to that club, except maybe on Halloween. Coming up next, Jamie Spindley in World News.
Let's see what's going on around the world today. The latest headlines. Gunmen killed 38 people on a highway near the Afghan border in northwest Pakistan. Police say the area has ongoing violence and are investigating the attack. A 19-year-old Australian is the 4th tourist to die in Laos, Singapore, China, from suspected methylene poisoning. The victims, including 2 Danish women and an American man, may have consumed bootleg alcohol. Police are also investigating. And a loud noise near the U.S. Embassy in London, England, came from a controlled explosion. Police officers are investigating, but there is no ongoing threat. That's all from me. You have a fantastic weekend. Up next, Sports Without Boundaries.
All right, here we go with Sports Without Boundaries. The Cincinnati Bengals have a bye this week. You know, I guess they're technically not out of it, but they literally would have to win every single game and hope 10-7 is enough to get them in the wild card. I mean, they literally have to win the last 7 games. All right, UK plays Jackson State tonight at 7 p.m. in basketball. Ohio State University, who's lost 1 game, and Indiana, who's lost none, play Saturday at noon at Ohio State. Wow, what a game that's going to be. Kentucky football plays Texas. Yikes. Saturday at 3:30. Army at Notre Dame Saturday night at 7 p.m. The MVPs, no surprise here, Ohtani National League. He's now won it in both leagues. And Aaron Judge for the American League. Browns 24, Steelers 19. What the hell happened to the Steelers? Maybe the snow made all the difference. And the Celtics visit Joe Biden in the White House, and he forgets their name. And then he walks around with a basketball like, I don't know, goofball. All right, Netflix is being sued for $50 million over that fight. Does that shock you? Hell no. Coming up next, pop culture. All right, pop culture, let's have some fun. Gaia Gerber, who's a very attractive girl. Her mom is Cindy Crawford. She does modeling, and she's doing some acting. She's doing some good acting. Pam Anderson, she says, was her crosswalk guard when she was little. She said she wore the vest and everything else. Is that hysterical? That's funny. A artwork of a banana taped with duct tape on a normal background just sold for $6 million. What the hell? How? That has to be some kind of money laundering scheme. Don't you just love modern art? I just watched a documentary that Ken Burns just did. He's liberal, but he does a great documentary on Leonardo, excuse me, on Leonardo da Vinci. That's real art. I don't know about you, but I'm into real art, not this weird art. Banana tape to a... Everybody's going to be going out. And I got a question. Do they inject the banana with something so it doesn't go rotten? Because it was a yellow banana.
Maybe it's Hunter Biden.
I don't know. Crazy. All right. Everybody have a great weekend. Every dog has their day. I hope today is yours.